Let me remind you that, in the Russian military doctrine, there are two reasons for the possible use of nuclear weapons by Russia. The first is the use against us, that is, it is in response to a counter-strike, so-called. But in practice, what does this mean? The missiles were launched, our Sprint system detected, recorded, and made it known that the target is the territory of the Russian Federation. All this happens in seconds so that everyone understands. And already realizing, knowing the information, that Russia is being attacked, we, for our part, respond to this aggression. And I want to assure everyone that today the response is absolutely unacceptable for any potential aggressor, because from the moment the launch of missiles is detected, no matter where it comes from any point of the world ocean, or from any territory, in response to a counter-strike, so many hundreds appear in the air, hundreds of our missiles, so that no enemy will have a chance of survival, and in several directions at once.
Ракет, что шансов на выживание ни у одного противника не останется, причем сразу на нескольких направлениях.
And the second reason for the use of these weapons is a threat to the existence of the Russian state, if even conventional weapons are used against Russia.
Существованию российского государства, если против России применяются даже обычные средства вооружения.
But the very existence of Russia as a state is being threatened. Here are two possible reasons for using the weapon you mentioned. Do we need to change this? But why? Everything can be changed, but I just don't see the need for it. There is no situation in which, let's say, today something would threaten the Russian statehood and the existence of the Russian state. I think what person in his right mind, clear memory, would not think of using nuclear weapons against Russia? Well, nevertheless, your point of view, other experts, people who are patriotic, are very worried about what is happening inside the country, around us. They are worried about what is happening on our line of contact in the Ukrainian direction. I understand everything. We look carefully and treat, believe me, with respect to your point of view. But I don't see such a need to change our concept there. And the potential enemy knows about everything, knows about our capabilities. It's different here. Well, for example, I am already hearing calls, let's say, to start testing nuclear weapons, to return to testing. Here's what I would say. The United States has signed the relevant international act, document, treaty banning the testing of nuclear weapons. And Russia signed it. Russia has signed and ratified, and the United States has signed but not ratified. Well, now, we have almost finished working on modern types of strategic weapons, which I spoke about, and which I announced a few years ago. The last successful test of the Petrel was carried out, a global-range cruise missile with a nuclear installation, a nuclear propulsion system. We have actually finished work on Sarmat, on a super heavy rocket. The question is that we just need to finish some procedures purely administratively and bureaucratically, proceed to their mass production, and putting on combat duty.
Закончить некоторые процедуры, перейти к их массовому производству и постановке на боевое дежурство.
And we will do it soon.
Сделаем это в ближайшее время.
Here, as a rule, experts say, a new weapon. You need to make sure that there is a warhead. A special warhead will work without failures.
Нужно убедиться в том, что там боезаряд, специальный боезаряд будет работать без сбоев. Но
And it is necessary to conduct tests. But I'm not ready to say right now. We really don't need to conduct tests.
не нужно проводить испытания.
But to behave in a mirror way in relations with the United States, I repeat once again, when they signed but did not ratify, and we signed and ratified, in principle, it is possible to behave in a mirror way with the same United States. But this is a question of deputies to the State Duma.
А мы подписали и ратифицировали. В принципе, зеркально повести себя с теми же Соединенными Штатами можно. Но это вопрос депутатов Государственной Думы.
Theoretically, it is possible to withdraw this ratification. That's enough. If we do that, it will be quite enough.
Вполне достаточно.